Come here. What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Ooh, baby. Izzy wanted to say hello. Say hello. I'll give you guys an update on Izzy here in a couple minutes. See if anybody wants to hop on here today and chat with you, boy. So I know this is kind of a unusual thing for me to hop on here on a Monday, but I figured she wants her snack. I figured since the recovery community doesn't really have a lot going on right now, I figured maybe I could hop on here and chat with a few people. So I'll just kind of wait for some folks to hop on here. If you want to come on and talk about Suboxone or Sublocade or Kratom or anything related to those, feel free to hop on here with us on the live streams, and we'll kind of chat about whatever you guys want to chat about. So. Kimmy, I just watched your thing again on Nicole's channel. I just watched that like an hour ago. There we go. Got some people rolling in here, babies. Ooh, baby. Good to see you, Kimmy. Yeah, I was just watching Kimmy's video on Nicole's new channel. She was sharing about her recovery and her Suboxone and stuff like that. So shout out to you, Kimmy. Good to see you hopping up in here. Hi, Kat. How is Izzy? So she's doing better. I took her to the vet, I think it was the day after last live stream. And I think that they think that she got into something, maybe on a walk or something. So they pulled her blood and checked on like all her blood levels and stuff. Everything was good on the blood levels. Oh, shit. Kimmy coming through with a $20 sponsorship, baby. She says she's sponsoring tonight. Thank you, Kimmy, coming in early with the super chat, baby. Ooh, baby. Say thanks, Kimmy, thanks. Izzy's like, just give me my snack and let me get out of here, Dad. Super shout out to Kimmy for sponsoring Monday night live stream. I know Monday nights is something I've only done like a couple times, but Kimmy also dropped a sponsorship last Monday and Wednesday as well. So Kimmy has been hooking it up in here lately, guys, with the sponsors or contributions, however you want to say that. I appreciate you, Kimmy. Shout out to you, Kimmy. Also, if you guys haven't seen, or if you guys didn't know yet, Nicole's channel got removed from YouTube and she had to start from scratch. So Kimmy recently shared her story on Nicole's channel, and that video is posted on Nicole's new channel. Last I looked today, it just says Nicole. So if you get on YouTube and just search Nicole, probably type in Nicole Suboxone and it should pull up her channel. I want to say that she has like 130 subscribers now, so she's literally starting from scratch, guys. So that really sucks that she has to do that. But I'm pretty confident that she will, she'll get things back up to pace again, hopefully. So, yeah, that really sucks that she has to start from scratch again. So, before we get started, guys, remember that I am not a doctor and nothing on this channel is medical advice. If you are struggling with addiction, please seek out your own medical doctor. Everything on this channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for me to share my experience with you, and for you to share your experience with others. All right, guys? So that's what we're going to talk about here today. It's just an open chat. Talk about whatever you guys want. I'm kind of hoping Mikey is able to see this stream. I've been seeing some random questions from Mikey popping up on Reddit, popping up in my comment section. So hopefully Mikey can get some clarification for his situation. So Mikey, if you end up hearing this, let me know if you're in here, buddy, if you want to hop on here. Also, Kimmy, I was going to ask you if you'd be interested in coming on my channel sometime in the near future and sharing your story. I know you kind of already did that on Nicole's channel, but I would enjoy it if you'd be willing to do that on this channel as well. So just real quick on the puppy situations, guys. So they took Izzy's blood. They said all of her blood levels and stuff are good, and she's due for a cleaning. So she hasn't had a professional teeth cleaning yet, and she's like almost 6 years old. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done soon because she's starting to have some plaque build up on her teeth, and it is so hard for me to brush her teeth. Like she just won't let me do it. And so after having severe issues with my Chihuahua that I had for 15 years, she had a lot of heart problems later on in her life because her teeth were so bad. And after doing some more research on that, I really want to keep Izzy's teeth as good of health as I can. So I do whatever I can. I get her these little snacks that help scrub stuff off her teeth. I put that fluid, I put that, whatever that stuff is, the water treatment to help keep her teeth clean, smelling good. Like I do whatever I can, you know what I mean? But as far as like getting in there and scrubbing her teeth manually, that's not going to happen. As far as my girlfriend's dog, guys, it's not looking too good. She had to, I think we're thinking that her dog like jumped off of a bed and like slammed the floor hard or something. Something happened when she wasn't there, and her dog's back legs are like not working right. And so first they were thinking it was the dog's legs, but now they're thinking it's something like with the spine or something, like maybe like a broken back or something. So she might, heaven forbid, she might have to end up in a wheelchair, right, guys? So we're really hoping that things look up. They gave her dogs like some kind of steroid shot in the back or something like that, and it's just been really hit and miss. Like some days she could walk decently, but it's like her back legs, they're not registering. She's just kind of flopping around. So really sad stuff with that puppy. And so yeah, just wanted to kind of let you guys know what was going on in my life. Some stressful things right now. Let's get to some comments here. Larry says, started Sublocade at 100 milligrams. It wasn't enough, so this month we did 300. So yeah, so sometimes people want to try starting off. Hold on a sec. Larry, that name sounds familiar. Larry, did I talk to you on Clarity? Let me check something real quick, guys. I'm wondering. Oh no, that was somebody else. Okay, so that's all right. So what dose of Suboxone were you on, Larry, when you switched to 100 milligrams of Sublocade? So many people out there are trying to start on lower doses of Sublocade, and some people are having issues with it not being enough. And I remember Anthony had that issue as well. So he would be taking oral Suboxone for the first month because he felt like it wasn't enough. And that's okay, guys. Like if you want to try to start lower with the Sublocade dose, you could do that. You just might have to supplement for the first month and then see how that went for you, and then just bump your dose up for the second month, right? And that's exactly what Larry did, is exactly what Anthony C did. And that worked out well for him. And then he was able to stop the oral dosing once he got the 300 milligram shot the second month. Because also remember, guys, that you still have more than half of your first shot in you when you go for your next shot the next month. So likely Larry still had probably 70 milligrams still in him when he got that 300 milligram shot. So how has that worked out since you switched to the 300 milligram shot, Larry? If you could give us an update on that. So Larry says, better this month. Definitely feel different than Suboxone. Very level. No more feeling it kick in. And that's what I always tell you guys. So everybody needs to be ready for that. If you're not ready for that, your brain's going to trick you and make you think that you're in withdrawal when you're really not. You just don't feel the boost that you felt from your Suboxone because of the half-life. Very level. No more feeling it kick in, which takes some time to get used to, but I'm happy. Okay, that's to be expected for sure. It is an adjustment. Sometimes it can take people a month or two to get used to feeling level and solid and normal all day. So it's something that you guys hear me talk about often, and it's for a very good reason why I keep saying that, because not everybody has been around the channel and has heard me talk about that before. And a lot of people can mistake that to make them think that they're in withdrawal because they don't feel it kick in anymore, right, guys? Once you get used to the normalcy of Sublocade, and you don't have oral Suboxone in a lockbox in your closet or whatever, then you could start to move on with your life. You could rebuild, you could rewire your brain not to be stuck in that daily, I need to take something mindset. Another thing I noticed, I think it was Brooke, we recently were talking about, she's been having some issues of not being able to stop orally dosing, and she's on, I think, her 3rd month of Sublocade, and she's taken 300 milligrams, I'm pretty sure. And it's because she still has that available to her. And Carrie was explaining that if you have Suboxone on hand, your brain will trick you into thinking that you need to take it, and you will keep taking it. So Kimmy says, so yeah, I've been lifting weights and counting calories for over 2 months and have barely lost any weight. Do you believe in starvation mode? Question mark. I was only eating 1,300 calories and apparently I need 1,800. So honestly, Kimmy, I've never done that just because I have a super fast metabolism. So I could eat Pop-Tarts all day and still get skinny. And I know that sounds kind of messed up to say, and I don't mean it that way, but just how my metabolism is. I know I was listening to what you had been through in the past on the video that you did with Nicole. I was listening to that like an hour ago. Do you believe in starvation mode? Honestly, I think that if you do go into starvation mode, that your body will start to store fat, just as like your body's natural, like your body's natural thing is to go into where it's like hibernation mode, right? If you start to starve yourself, and so your body can try to start storing fat. And so I don't really recommend the starvation mode. I would just say, let's see, been lifting weights, counting calories over 2 months, and I barely lost any weight. So what about cardio, Kimmy? Are you doing some cardio? If you can do some good cardio for, as far as lifting weights goes, I think that everyone should be lifting weights, but maybe you could split it up. Half the time you lift weights, half of the time you do cardio. Also, if you can sit in the sauna for like 30 minutes a day or 30 minutes a few times a week, that will really start melting some weight and some fat off you guys. The sauna is incredible. It's like you're doing, it's just really, really good for you, and it will melt the fat right off of you if you can stay in there long enough, right? Because it starts to elevate your heart and you start drenching and sweating all the stuff out of you. So I think either cardio or sitting in the sauna as long as you can. Make sure you stay hydrated, drink as much water as you can each day. That can kind of give you the sensation of feeling full. I think Mikey is from the UK. What? I don't think so, Deb. That would make a lot more sense if he was. I thought Mikey was. Oh, dude, I was just thinking about you, Kingdom. I was literally just thinking about you, dude, right before I started the stream. So shout out to Kingdom Within. He's coming up in here with a $10 super chat, baby. He says, glad to catch you live, Kev. I've been very busy. So yeah, I've been meaning to ask you, how did your move go? Are you out there in Seattle now? If you guys didn't know, Kingdom Within recently moved from Utah, where I'm from, to, I believe it was Seattle, right? Isn't that right, Kingdom? Good to see you back in here, man. I've been wondering about you. Let's see. I haven't seen any new videos on your channel for a while. If you guys haven't seen Kingdom Within's channel, go check him out. He's very into religious stuff, Christianity, a bunch of stuff like that, guys. So right there, he is in the chat. He is a moderator for this channel. He's always sponsoring videos on this channel. So recommend you guys go check out his channel if you're into truth seeking, stuff like that. Go check out my boy. Now you got me curious about Mikey. I did not think he was in the UK. Now I'm really curious about that. I don't think so, because he does taxes, and he was saying that he's been swamped in the last bit with taxes, I'm pretty sure. So unless the UK has the same tax date as us. I want to say Mikey, no, because he was talking about going to see Dr. Ken Starr. I want to say Mikey's in like the East Coast somewhere, I think. We'll find out. Now you got me curious. Okay, so Kimmy says, sure, dude, I love to. Yeah, so we'll have Kimmy on the channel sometime soon, guys. Also, I need to have Nicole on here for another video as well. We need to get people aware of where Nicole's channel is now at since she's starting from scratch. So Kimmy, if I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll do like the next week or two, we'll have you on the channel. Does that sound good? Yo, Kevin, what's up, Eric? Good to see you, Eric. If you guys could come in here and smash that like button, I would really, really appreciate that. Looks like we've only got 4 likes on the video today so far. I know this is kind of an unplanned live stream. Did anybody see me trying to go live? I think it was Saturday night. I could not figure out, I don't know if maybe just somebody wasn't commenting or what, but I couldn't. I was literally sitting there for 20 minutes and I didn't have one person make a comment. I was doing it from my phone, which is something that I never do, as far as just going straight to YouTube. So I don't know if there was like something messed up with the settings, but I was just gonna check in with some of you guys who might have been on late Saturday night, but I was just kind of laying in bed hanging out. Deb says our pets are our children. Yes, they are. Yeah, yeah. I'm really kind of scared to see her dog because you guys know me. I'm a sucker for pets, and when I see them struggling, especially my girl's dog, like, is a cute little shit, man. It's such a sweet dog, and if her back legs are just fumbling around and she can't walk, like, I know I'm just gonna start bawling automatically. So I know that she kind of really gets excited when she sees me. So I haven't seen her yet, and I'm just really scared to see her. But my girlfriend was just bawling like uncontrollably for like 2 days straight. They kept her dog overnight because they gave her the steroid shot, so they had to monitor. So yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Hopefully things could start to look up for her because it's just really sad. No, not yet. I've just followed your videos for a while. Okay, Larry, I gotcha. Nicole says, hello all, counting down the days until my first Sublocade shot. I'm transitioning from 8 milligrams of Suboxone to Sublocade. Nicole, did you find out what dose of Sublocade they're going to start you on? I'm assuming it's the 300 milligram shot. Again, guys, the transition doses when going from Suboxone to Sublocade are pretty important. Deb staying isolated for a while I went through my withdrawal, and still, but I need to give some time to my brain adjust to not having opiates, but doing them right. So yeah, I think Eric's over a month now without opiates. Yeah, he's got to be over a month now. Yeah, it's a slow process, man. Just be patient with yourself, buddy. But be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Now's probably a good time for me to thank the contributors for the week, guys, before we get way too deep into here. So it was very interesting that we didn't have any sponsorships for the entire month of April, and then y'all came out swinging as of the last Monday live stream. So that was awesome of all of you guys. I want to send a super shout out to Mikey, who has been really hooking it up in here lately. He did a $55 super sticker on last Monday, and then also a $75 super sticker on the replay crew just the other day. So Mikey is basically the sponsor of the month. Shout out to Mikey for really hooking it up in here, and hopefully we can talk to him and get him some. I know he's kind of really confused about what to do with his situation. He's got the chronic pain, he's got the addiction doctor, and he's also got his normal doctor. And like, he's just really confused, I think, right now with like really what to do. So I hope to speak to him soon and maybe give him some more clarification on his situation. Now, remember, guys, that I'm not a doctor, but he's just really got a bunch of things that he's kind of juggling right now. Okay, so the other sponsors of the past 7 days are MKG Montana, Kimmy has hooked it up 3 times now in the last 3 live streams. Kimmy has been really consistent. Shout out to you, Kimmy, hooking it up in here, girl. We had Peter D, Rachel W, Marky Rizzo, Justin K, Kristen B, Mama Deb, Callie Love, Sivan, Jesse, and those were all the contributors for the week. And then we also had Kingdom Within hooking it up in here today, and also Kimmy hooking it up in here today as well. So shout out to you guys for coming through on the sponsorships of the Kickin' Addiction YouTube channel, baby. All right, let's get back to some comments, guys. I just wanted to thank you guys for being so kind and sweet to me up in here. If you find value in this channel, you are welcome to check out the description box. There's a link to Venmo, Cash App. Also, you can do a super chat and a super sticker on the replay crew. If you guys feel like you would like to also sponsor a live stream, baby. We've got Zach now over 2 months. I think Mama Deb is over 2 months. No Suboxone. Shout out to those two. It's been an honor to watch those guys taper their Suboxone and both get off of Suboxone about the same time. Kingdom, how's your Kratom stuff going, buddy? You want to give us an update on that? And you might have already gave us an update on that. I'm just kind of behind in the comments already. Well, I'll get caught up, guys. I'm gonna try to get caught up before we get too far behind here. I'm not sure how busy it'll get in here today. Larry says, oh, it's been a giant mind game. Once I realized I just feel normal and not in withdrawal, I have been better. Just got to fight the thoughts. Thanks for all the advice and love this channel. Absolutely, Larry. So let me ask you, Larry, have you gotten rid of your oral Suboxone stash, or do you still have a box available? Because that, for me, once I got rid of that backup plan and having Suboxone available to take at any time, once I got rid of that backup plan, that's when I really started to be set free from thinking about it and worrying about it. And I just let the Sublocade do its job. It's an expensive medication, right? Let the Sublocade earn itself in you. Trust in the medication. It's going to keep you out of withdrawal. I really don't see any possible way that people could go into withdrawal while being on Sublocade, because remember, guys, that we get 100% bioavailability once we get the Sublocade shot, right? If you're taking oral Suboxone, you're only getting about 30% of what you're putting in your body due to taking it under the tongue. So I like to tell people, burn the boats once you get on. If you're still struggling taking the oral medication on the first month of Sublocade, once you get that second shot, you really need to be ready to let that go, okay? And you need to be ready to feel normal if you're choosing to go the Sublocade route. If you enjoy those highs and lows every day from Suboxone, it's going to be challenging. Deb, so I had trouble sleeping last night. Speaking of, I had some freaking nightmares last night, baby. Woo! I've been having weird nightmares lately, guys, about Kratom and Suboxone. Really weird nightmares about that stuff. Like really weird nightmares. I don't like it at all. I've been praying every damn day, every damn night. So I'm really being consistent with my prayer. I know I need to get back on my meditation. Seems like I dream lucid, crazy dreams every night, Eric says. Maybe because my brain is adjusting, that's all I can think of. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Eric. Your brain chemicals are just going haywire right now, trying to find their new normal, right? So you could expect some crazy dreams when going through opiate withdrawal and recovery. Kimmy says, no, I didn't know I was in starvation mode. No, I didn't know I was in starvation mode. I heard it was a myth, but was told I wasn't eating enough for my metabolism to kick in. I'm only doing weights 2 to 3 times a week and cardio twice a week. Okay, yeah. So that sounds good as far as like the 2-3 times a week for weights. And like, how much cardio are you doing, or what kind of cardio are you doing, Kenny? Are you trying to drink as much water as you can? I usually suggest half of a gallon to a gallon of water a day, if you guys can, especially if you are trying to seek weight loss, right? No other fluids, guys. No beers, no alcohol, no milks, no sugary carb drinks, no Coca-Colas, no apple juice, no applesauce, none of that stuff, guys. Water. If you need to put some of that water flavoring stuff, that's cool too. I honestly love the way that plain water tastes. I really love to do my squeezed lemon water. I have to have lemon water every day. For some reason, that feels so good to me to be drinking lemon water. I had noticed that after my last Sublocade shot that I had just got, that the constipation kicked back in again, guys. This time, though, instead of taking stool softeners to help get things going, what I did was I would make a shake every day. And in the shake, of course, I would have my egg whites. I would have a decent amount of carrots in there for fiber. I would also put a banana in there for fiber, and also some frozen strawberries in there for fiber, right? Put those in there. I put some ice cubes. Man, that tastes good, guys. And it got things rolling. No, I didn't have to take no Miralax. I didn't have to take no stool softeners, anything like that. Just had a few of those shakes for a few days, and then things were good from there. So Larry says, yes. Oh, yes, big time. I literally have to tell myself I am doing this to get off, not continue feeding my dependence on Suboxone. That is absolutely right, my friend. Yep. And once you let that crutch go, you will be feeling a lot better once you get rid of the option. I promise you. It took me about, I would say honestly, about 10 days. Once I put all my Suboxone in the fire, you guys seen that video, I burned those babies up into the clouds. And once I got rid of the option, it was about 10 days, and I just stopped thinking about it altogether. I don't ever, that's something I wanted to talk about real quick too, guys. I know it kind of sucks that I have been on Suboxone or buprenorphine for so long, but one of the advantages to that is that my brain is so out of the like addiction mindset, right? Like sometimes I'll hear people talk about cravings. I mean, I really honestly can't remember the last time it would even have crossed my mind to think that I want or craving, opiates at all. So on one hand, it kind of sucks to be on buprenorphine for so long, but on the other hand, it's like literally the last thing on my mind is to try to seek out some opiates. So I was trying to kind of find the good in the situation that I've found myself in after all these years, and that's definitely one of them for sure. Absolutely. And I don't ever have any cravings for taking Suboxone at this point, right? And I've only been off of oral Suboxone for 7 months now, I think. I'll have to look for a sauna. My gym doesn't have one. I only burn like 200 calories during a full body rotation on weights. Yeah, I would definitely try to find a sauna, Kimmy, for sure. And there's so many benefits to using the sauna on a normal basis. I was reading some studies on it once, and it said there was like a highly respected doctor that said if they could make one miracle pill or medication for the general population, it would be to use the sauna on a frequent basis, right? If you guys do some Google searches on the benefits of using the sauna, I think I read once that it reduces all-cause mortality by 60%, meaning Alzheimer's, cancer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It will reduce your chance of dying by those things by 60% if you're a frequent user of the sauna, right? It feels so good. It feels better when I'm in the sauna for a half an hour and then leaving the gym than it does when I like have a killer workout. It feels that good to just sit in there and suffer it out and just push yourself as hard as you can, basically. Know your limits. You don't want to pass out in there, obviously. But like I am drenched to the bone. My body gets soaking wet to the max. My clothes are drenched. Kingdom Within, how is Seattle? Everything is going great, and I couldn't be more happier with my decision moving to Seattle. That is awesome. That's also where Rockin' Roberta moved from. She moved from Seattle to Arizona. And yeah, so I was originally from the Seattle area as well. So pretty cool stuff. Glad things are working out for you, Kingdom. Are you going to do some more videos on your channel anytime, or are you just kind of trying to get everything situated up there in Seattle for now, my brother? Larry Rivera, positive thinking helps. Deb Woods, hey Deb, Seattle is good. I just don't like the traffic. Oh yeah, the traffic is pretty rough, like especially downtown Seattle. Whew. Kind of reminds me of Salt Lake in a way, but even worse. Thanks for the love, Kev. Yeah, anytime, my friend. Let's see. Oh, okay, Kev. I know there was a Mikey, but this Mikey has a different picture. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Now that you say that, I think I know who you're talking about, Deb. Yeah, sure. Just let me know. I'm down. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get you on here soon, Kimmy. I appreciate you be willing to do that. 14 people in here, guys. Looks like we've got 7 likes on the video. Please smash that, baby. I know we can get that over 10. I know we can get that over 10. Probably ain't gonna be able to get it up to 30 like we do on the Wednesday live stream, just because we have you know, the normal crew that always comes up in here on the Wednesday streams. I tend to get self-destructive when I think I'm failing at something. When the scale didn't move again this week, I had all kinds of dark thoughts. Luckily, I didn't give in and had support. So another thing that you really need to keep in mind, Kimmy, especially while you're lifting weights now, is that muscle weighs more than fat, okay? So there's a really good chance that you're building some muscle, which is great, right? You're toning your body more. You're getting more athletic. You're probably getting stronger as you go, hopefully, at least a little bit here and there, right? So keep in mind, guys, that if you're trying to go through like a body recomposition, that muscle does weigh more than fat, okay? So it could definitely be true, Kimmy, that you are burning fat. It can be easy to get caught up on a number of the scale sometimes, guys, when we're doing this stuff. And I've been guilty of that before in the past as well. But if you were to do, they have some pretty high-tech body scans that you can do. If you could find a really good one that measures your body fat, your body composition, all that stuff, you could maybe try that and then keep track on that. Because like I said, if you're lifting weights, you're going to be building some muscle. And remember that muscle weighs more than fat. So I have seen plenty of people get discouraged by not seeing the numbers go down on the scale. But it just goes back to the fact that muscle does weigh more than fat, okay? So be patient with yourself. Definitely don't give up. Hell no, don't be giving up. Maybe tweak some things around and then just keep trying different things and find out what works for you. I think the sauna, drinking lots of water would definitely help. I'm not sure like what kind of foods you're eating. I'm typing too fast, so my grammar's not good. Yeah, I kind of felt that, Eric. For me, I was having a little bit of a trouble reading one of your messages above, so it's all good, dude. You don't got to rush in here today. It looks like it's pretty slow in here, so I should be able to keep up on the comments today. It won't be 2 months till May 5th. Oh, so it was Zach. So Zach is 2 months right now. I think you're just right behind him by like a week or two. Is that right, Deb? I was just watching Zach's video last night. I haven't seen many videos from Luke, and I don't know how long it's going to be till Nicole can live stream again. So hopefully she can get set up on live streams again as far as on YouTube goes, because I'm pretty sure she's just reloading older videos right now. It's good that she has those to reload those, but man, that would suck to have to start over from getting up to 25,000 subscribers to just being wiped out with no warning. Oh, I gotta be frustrated for that. That's really scary to think about. Christopher says day 93 off subs, baby. Shout out to Christopher. Day 93 off subs, guys. Nate S is 6 months off subs. Let's go. Look at how many people are making their way off of Suboxone, guys. Not everybody needs to go Sublocade because I did, right? Remember that, guys. There are plenty of people. I'm showing you guys every week there are more and more people that are making their way off of Suboxone. Kimmy did it. Kimmy came off of it a half of a milligram. She said that she didn't have the patience to taper down to the microdoses. So she came off at a half of a milligram and she got past it, right? Some people jump off at high doses and they can make it. Like, it's just different for all of us what we're able to, how bad the withdrawal is going to be, really. It's really different for everybody. I feel like the shorter that you've been on Suboxone and also the younger that you are, the easier it will be to come off of whatever dose. Also, it's going to come down to what you're putting in your body every day for food and water, and how good your health and fitness is. Those things all come into play. If you have other addiction to other substances, that's going to slow you down with things as well. So it's just different for everybody, guys. So be patient with yourself if your only option is to taper Suboxone, then just be patient with yourself, guys. You can make it, all right? You can make it. Cardio now is only fast walking, light jogging, and the bike. I'm out of shape, hoping to get back into martial arts as that's my passion. Yeah, so it sounds great how you're doing it then, nobody should really go full blown, trying to run as hard as you can until you're about to pass out. I like how you're kind of easing your way into it and building up your stamina as you go. Maybe each week you can set a goal to do a little bit more fast walking each week, or light jogging, right? Or further on the bike. Martial arts, that would be pretty cool. I've always kind of been interested in that, but kind of a little bit too chicken to ever really get into it. Yes, did the pause back in 2016. Oh, the pause. Yeah, I did the pause back in 2016. How do you feel about pre-workouts? Worth it or a scam? I honestly think they're kind of a scam, because you can literally just go buy some caffeine, and if you like the tingly feeling, you can go buy some beta alanine, or what's the other one that does it? Niacin. Be really careful if you guys are messing with niacin. You can take like a half of a niacin pill and your whole body will turn bright red for like 15 minutes. That used to actually be a thing at our gym. Like, the dudes would come in and they'd be bright red. It looks like they just got roasted by the sun, and it was literally just from them taking niacin. So yeah, I think pre-workouts, it's literally just mostly caffeine is what you get the energy from, and then there's a couple other little things they put in there. But if you like the tingly feeling that some pre-workouts have, you can go buy some beta alanine for very cheap. You can buy a whole bottle of caffeine pills for like $3. And they're selling these pre-workouts for like, what, 20 to 50 bucks. Side note, be careful with the caffeine pills, guys. You don't want to get to take in more than like 1 or 2 a day. And they can be addictive as well. I did go through a time where I was addicted to taking caffeine pills. Every morning I would take 3 caffeine pills and some coffee with it. So that's like 800 milligrams all at once. Jeremy S. says, yo, what up, Jeremy S.? Good to see you, my friend. There was definitely a spiritual war within my soul when I was in active addiction. Even if I get bored from time to time, I remind myself that I'm free right now. Addiction is a spiritual war. That's good that you recognize that too, Eric. Sounds like Eric has gotten into some more spiritual stuff since he got out from under his addiction of opiates. And I think that's a lot of people do that, right? Jessica Jane, what up, girl? She says, hey, y'all. Good to see you, Jessica. Zach is 10 days behind Zach. So, okay, I got you, Deb. So Nicole is staying kind of quiet on YouTube for now, just in case. Live streams are on Facebook. Okay, so it sounds like she's still pretty active on Facebook. How can the people find her on Facebook, Kimmy? Is it still under Discovering Nicole on Facebook, or is it under her name, or just for the people that kind of want to know how to keep up with Nicole? Kimmy says, years and years ago, I landed badly from a flying kick and I tore my ACLs to shred. That sounds extremely painful. Ugh. Even after surgery, it's never been the same, so I'm nervous to try again, but I miss it. Oh my gosh, you guys, it sounds like my window's about to blow off. Hold on a second. Holy moly. Well, looks like winter's not over yet here in Utah. Once again, we got some snow going here. Ay, ay, ay. Do you guys hear that? I could feel things like shaking up in here. That's kind of scary sounding. Yeah, maybe just kind of really ease into it. I know it could be nerve-wracking after such a serious injury. I can literally feel my house shaking right now. That's great. Jeremy says, when are you going to turbo the bike, Bubba? Dude, that bike is so fast already. I literally don't need much more power at all. That bike, I mean, I can pull that front wheel up at over 100 miles an hour like nothing and do a wheelie for like a long ways. In fourth gear, I can pull that front wheel off the ground and do a wheelie. And that's at high elevation too. If I was down at like sea level or even down in Vegas with the lower elevation, when I actually took my motorcycle down to Vegas last year. Out there. Sorry, I guess something just cut out. But my bike, even at lower elevation, it gets so much faster. I couldn't really imagine a whole lot more than I already have on that bike. Hi, cutie. You come say hi? You want to come say hello again? Come here, hop up. Somebody had mentioned last week about feeding Izzy some different food other than like the dog food stuff. So I've really been kind of looking into that. So thank you guys for mentioning that. I know that the cheaper, not even cheaper, even the more expensive dog foods that you get like at Walmart in the big bags, I'm sure there's just junk in there. So she always kind of gets some of the stuff that I eat. I really need to make sure that I know if there's anything that she absolutely cannot have, right? So let's see. So Kimmy says Nikki Plodur is the channel she's been going live on. And that's on Facebook, she says, right? Oh, so it's paid. So Nikki Plodur is the page. It's not a channel. So it's a page on her Facebook, guys, okay? Deb says, we still have some snow too, Kev. And shout out to Kingdom Within. He just dropped another $10 super chat. Baby. Oh, my baby. He says, I thought since I haven't been on your live streams for a while, I donate another 10, bro. Also, I won't be doing videos for a while since I'm very busy these days. Okay, I got you, man. Yeah, I've been kind of wondering about you, thinking about you. Wow, dude, shout out to you for doing 2 super chats on this live stream, man. You the man, brother. You the man. And I'm glad everything went well with your move, and I'm glad things are looking up for you, my friend. I think he said he's going to be going to school for like, what was it? Some kind of fancy computer stuff. I know he's really into like high-tech computer stuff like that. I don't know much about computers at all, so shout out to Kingdom Within for dropping another super chat, guys. Two $10 super chats on today's live stream, baby. Kingdom Within is my man, hooking it up in here. Jeremy says, look up More Mafia. Them boys have crazy bikes. Actually, More Mafia is who flashed my ECU on my bike, Jeremy. I talked to, what's his name, Chris at More Mafia. He's the owner, right? I've talked to him quite a few times, actually. So yeah, he's the one that flashed my ECU. Got me some more power. Yeah, more Mafia. The More Mafia channel is awesome. So some of the bikes that they have, like that turbo Gixxer he's got, it's just the long black one. That thing's crazy. Kimmy says, I'm feeding my cats a raw diet now. Like, what kind of foods are you feeding them, Kimmy? I still haven't heard any updates on Rock and Roberta's cat that was missing in the house fire. Has anybody heard anything about that, or does anybody know anything about that? I'm still really curious about that. I was even searching YouTube for the name, the Siamese, whatever kind of cat that was. I was trying to find like a video because Jen said that there's a video somewhere on YouTube, I think. That weather is getting crazy out here, guys. Wow. I'm thinking of putting videos back on my channel. I deleted them all, especially all my videos detailing my withdrawal for the first week. Yes, you need to get those back up there, Kimmy. Why'd you take those down? When you title videos Suboxone withdrawal, they generally get a lot of views because so many people are worried and scared of the Suboxone withdrawal. So I think that you should, if you're in a position, Kimmy, then yeah, please put those back up. I would love to watch them. I'm kind of wondering. I almost wonder if I've already seen them because I think I've watched just about everybody's Suboxone withdrawal videos. And just a quick side note, guys, there's almost no videos on Sublocade. We need more people talking about Sublocade on YouTube. So, okay, so network engineering is what King Within's doing for his schooling up there in Seattle. So, yeah, whenever I see your videos, I'm always super jealous of how like classy they are and all the awesome thumbnails and how you can bring it all together. I'm just very impressed by that. I just turn on StreamYard and push play, and that's really about as far as I can get with this stuff. I've always been really not very good with computer stuff at all. FMD in the house. What up, Florida man? What's going on? He says. Hey, Finn. What's up? I think he's the owner, but yeah, man, at one point, I'm sure he held, yeah, he still does hold the record, Jeremy. I want to say he's running like a 5 or a 6 second quarter mile, just something totally insane time. Could you imagine trying to hold on to some handlebars at 200 plus miles an hour in 5 seconds? Insane, man, insane. That would be so hard to hold on to that thing. Yeah, Chris is definitely the owner for sure. And it's cool because you can literally call down his shop and talk to him on the phone. I mean, he's pretty dang famous, and for him to still be to the point where, like, you could call and talk to him about computer flashing your computer, like, it's pretty amazing that he's even. I don't know how the hell he even has time to do that, and it's kind of hard to get him on the phone sometimes. But man, I know he makes a lot of money flashing those ECUs because all they have to do is just literally plug them right into the computer, hit a button, and then send the computer right back to you, right? And then they just make the money just like that very easily. So I use a meal completer that contains all these supplements because I don't want to grind bones and all that. I just add the powder to the ground raw meat. Okay, damn, get creative up in here. I never uploaded those ones. I had other videos that I deleted. So is it the same channel that you're typing from now, Kimmy? No way, I'd be too scared. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm even scared to launch my bike. And I mean, it's probably, I would say, a low 10-second bike at my elevation. Down in like sea level, it would be a 9-second bike for sure, absolutely. But dude, I mean, it just wants to pick the front wheels up because I turn my wheelie control off because I like to do wheelies. So I would definitely have to turn my lift control back on to do a launch, or else it would just come straight up. We don't want that. Hey, Not rocking Roberta. What's up, Roberta? She says, hey, did you take 100 milligram for your last injection, Kevin? No, Roberta. So my last 2 injections were both only 75 milligrams. And for my 5th shot, I went 8 weeks. So I took 75 milligrams and then I went 8 weeks. And then I got, wait, let me think. So I took, on my 5th shot, I took 75 milligrams and then I went 9 weeks and then I took my last shot. Didn't you just take 100 for all your last, I think it was your last 4, Roberta, was it? How are you feeling, by the way? Keep us updated if you could too, Roberta, because I think you're literally like the closest one to me. I think you and my treatment were pretty similar just overall. And I know we kind of started pretty close to the same time. So I appreciate if you could keep checking back in with us here on the channel, Roberta, and letting us know what life is like, just kind of meshing back to normal. She says, no, it was a different channel. Kingdom says, honestly, you don't need to make your live streams all flashy and cool. I know some YouTubers who got over 100,000 subs and just use StreamYard just like you do, bro. Yeah, I don't even think Nicole was using StreamYard, and she had like 25K. But I know that Nicole is like branched out all over the place. Like she's got TikTok and Facebook and all those other fancy places. Like I just can't keep up with all that. I just get so overwhelmed. So I'm just gonna kick it here on the StreamYard and YouTube. I don't do any other social media stuff. I just get way too overwhelmed with anything extra, especially right now, you know, where my life is changing course a bit. Let's see. Kingdom says, I'm just that type of guy who likes it the way I do. Yeah, I mean, if I knew how to do that stuff, I'm sure I would be that way too. So maybe it's a good thing that I haven't learned that stuff yet, because I would probably spend a lot of time trying to make everything like so perfect. I'm sure that stuff takes a lot of time. Maybe I'm sure it gets easier as you go, just like most things do, but let's see. Jeremy says, only thing I've launched is a 700 horsepower F250 Power Stroke. Did you do the 4 high? Did you put it in 4 high and launch that baby? Do the brake boost? Get that turbo winding up? I had a Duramax back in the day. It was on 37s, and I thought it was cool stuff. And one time I put it in 4 high and did a brake boost launch at light, and that thing actually really did kind of launch pretty good. It wasn't no 700 horsepower, but you know how those things have grundles of torque. Let's see. Kimmy says, I didn't want my first name on those videos because I was scared people I work with would see. Now I don't care, so I'll upload on this channel. Yeah, I mean, I mean, even at Nicole's channel size, how her channel is pretty damn big, I don't think she would hardly ever really see anybody in real life that knew her. I've never had that happen yet, knock on wood. And I've been making videos for 5 years now, right, guys? So it'll be interesting if one day I actually see a person in real life that recognizes me from YouTube. I definitely am not counting on it happening anytime soon. I mean, I think there's only been like 2 or 3 people that I have known that were even living in Utah that watch my channel, right? So the odds of running into somebody at the grocery store, somebody that you worked with, I don't think that would be very likely to happen. But now me saying that, watch it's going to happen sometime soon. I'm just a geek at heart. Nothing wrong with that, my man. Kingdom, did you give us any updates on your Kratom stuff? I don't think I've seen that. If you could give us a quick update, how's the Kratom stuff been going for you, man? I'm not sure if you guys seen it or not, but Mama Cindy was on last week or two telling us about how she's been having serious problems like with her liver from the kratom shots, guys. I remember she was taking like 7 or 10 kratom shots a day, those high-powered kratom shots that people are buying at the gas station. She was spending $100 a day on kratom. And we all know that the K shots or the kratom shots, they're super strong, right? So if you guys are out there, please be careful. I want to get an update on Cindy as far as like what exactly happened to her body from those shots. I remember there's Mikey right there. Mikey, what up? You made it, man. Mikey, what state are you in? We were trying to see. That's the Mikey I'm talking about, Deb. You know the Mikey that's always been up in here, Big Kev. Let's see here. Oh, Mikey Rizzo made it up in here. Awesome. Oh my God, it's Kingdom Within, he says. Savon, good to see you, girl. Did you get my email back about the clarity stuff, Savon? I don't know why, but the call that we had scheduled, that's the first time that they usually send us like a text like 5 minutes before the call is supposed to start, and they didn't send that to me. And so I'm assuming they didn't send it to you either. But I just set a reminder just to make sure that I didn't miss that. So I don't know why they did that, why they didn't do that, I should say. Good to see you, Savon. And I thank you earlier for the $10 super chat that you sent in last Wednesday. So shout out to you, Savon. I said that earlier in the stream. If you're probably just hopping on now. So I know that Savon is talking about she might be going to get set up with Dr. Ken Starr. So she's gonna. Any updates on that, Savon? Yeah, for high, we just single swapped it. It was a 6.4. Yeah, dude, some of those power strokes are a freaking beast, man. Some of them things are mean. So good to see you, Kimmy. What? Guys, shout out Kingdom Within. He says, since I've been in Seattle, I haven't dosed once. So he's straight up dropped kratom off and left it in Utah. Shout out to you, man. Damn, dude. I bet that feels like a hell of a big relief, man. That is awesome. Did you go through much? I know you were at like a really low dose. Did you have much, if any, withdrawal at all from that, Kingdom? Or was there just a lot of like fear built up in your head about it? Or how did that go? You could give us a heads up on about what dose, how many grams of kratom a day were you taking? I think you were somewhere around like 6 grams a day, like a really low dose. So I can't imagine the withdrawal would be horrific by any means at that low of a dose. That is amazing though. Damn, you guys, so many of you guys are getting past this stuff. Okay, I'll set up another one. Okay, yeah, so I'll watch for the request on that, and then just I'll send them a message and ask why the heck they didn't send us a text heads up, because like I said, they always usually do that. So Roberta says, yes, I'm doing really well. Last injection 8 weeks ago. I'm getting into new hobbies and adventures because I now feel like it and have interest again. I'm able to focus and I have a much improved memory. So sweet. Yes. So I don't know if you heard me talking about this last week, Roberta, but the guy that I know in my actual real life that started Sublocade, he started before me, and he took his last shot in October, and he's totally fine. He didn't have any withdrawal issues or anything like that. And he says similar things. He says that he's got a lot of new energy, and things are really going well for him. He says he had no withdrawal. So the way I'm seeing it, it's like I feel like if there is any like minor withdrawals from it. It should kind of come and go like a little bit, like here and there is kind of what I've been hearing some people say, but there's many people that say that they didn't have that. So I think worst case scenario, we might have like some hit and miss weird issues here and there pop up, but just let it go away and just keep trucking. Really, it's kind of how I'm thinking about it. She says yes, thank you. Hey Mikey, my bad, Marky, haha, it automatically goes there. I read Power Stroke and I thought you were talking about something totally different. Haha, some crazy electronic fleshlight. Okay, so yeah, so Mikey's in Chicago. So that's kind of close to the East Coast, right? Is that on the East Coast? I know it's kind of right up there in the middle of things. Suburbs, he says. I bet they add. So Mikey, you probably didn't hear it earlier, but I was giving you a shout out for being the sponsor of the month of the Kickin' Addiction YouTube channel, baby. Mikey has been hooking it up, guys, with a $75 and a $55 super sticker and super chat. So shout out to you, Mikey. I really appreciate that, dude. And when do you want to? I've been seeing your comments on Reddit, Mikey, about like your confusion about why your doctor had given you that, what he gave you, and hopefully we can kind of get that figured out, my friend. Have you been taking the oral Suboxone, Mikey, or Subutex? Now, just a heads up, guys, that if you don't know about Subutex and Suboxone, it's literally basically just the same thing, just without the naloxone in it, right, guys? But it's still basically the same thing. It's still buprenorphine, and I looked at the half-lives, and they're about the same. So. I bet they add extra stuff to kratom shots to make them more addictive. I've heard some people saying that too. Saban says I didn't. Yeah, see, I don't know what's up with that. Why neither of us got that notification. It was really odd that we didn't get that. Kimmy, get your head out of here. Okay, I'll set up another one. All right, yeah, I'll watch for that, Saban. Roberta, I was going to ask if you can give the people who are considering Sublocade, like what you would say to them or recommend to them, because you just finished your treatment. There are a lot of others who are just starting their treatment. So if you have any words to give to the folks who are now considering or will be making the switch to Sublocade sometime soon, feel free to make a comment on that. I'd love to read that to them. What they can expect, what they shouldn't expect. Honestly, when Marky advised me to just move around a lot and be busy, that's exactly what I've been doing the past month. Yeah, that's a really good time to drop that kratom habit off, is in the middle of a move, because your mind is going to be so focused on all of that stuff, right? To where you're not going to be sitting there wondering, oh, is that restless legs kicking in a little bit? Or, like you're going to be so tired at the end of the day that you're probably going to be able to sleep because you've been so damn busy. Was it mostly mental? I also take moringa by itself, and it helps when I need to sleep when withdrawals set in. What's moringa? I haven't heard of that. Marky has good advice. Yes, he does. When I had the 100, okay, so here's Mikey. When I had the 100 milligram Sublocade shot February 12th, he gave him Suboxone, 8 milligrams, February 27th for the pain. And then March 27th, and now I'm worried about oral dose withdrawal. So Mikey, if I was you, I would be more concerned about how are your pain issues going to be fixed for the day, more than worried about getting off of Suboxone. Am I missing that? Or is your pain gone now? And also, how many Suboxone strips have you been taking each day? And is that helping with your pain? So those are really the main issues with your situation, I think. Is you gotta balance, right, between what is going to help your pain, and that's really the main thing, is what I'm thinking, because what good does it do to come off of Sublocade and Suboxone if you're going to be miserable and in pain all day, right? So that's like kind of what I'm thinking. Now, I know that there's a lot of different things that I don't know about, right? I don't have all the details right here. Generic Subutex. So yeah, Subutex, Suboxone, it's all the same stuff, guys. So have you been taking those tablets every day, Mikey? Suboxone or Subutex? It probably would be a lot easier if I could I pass you a link and you could just hop on here and I could ask some more questions to get some more clarification on your situation, Mikey? Do you have a few minutes we could chat with? Do you want to hop on here? He says yes. I'm not sure if he's responding to yes, he can come on here, or yes, he's been taking Suboxone. So Roberta says, have faith and do it. The reward is real. This is the way off of Suboxone. That's what Roberta just said, guys. I'm passing out when I'm done with this pint of Ben & Jerry's. What flavor? What flavor? I've been taking the Subutex. Okay. So Mikey, can I put a link in here, and are you able to hop on here, or would you rather talk about this stuff in private on Clarity? Okay. So yeah, so I mean, really all I can talk about real quick for right now, Mikey, is, well, let me ask you this, just to keep things simple, Mikey. Is the Subutex that you're taking now, is it getting rid of the pain that you're having? Kingdom says, I work 4 10s in school right after, so I'm very busy. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's a really good idea. A lot of people that are ready to get off of Suboxone or Kratom, it's very recommended to have like a lot of things to keep you busy, because if you're just sitting there in your head all day focusing on any little possible withdrawal that you might be having, that's going to be pretty not a fun way to go. And that's what I've done in the past, and I don't think that I should have done it that way. I really don't. So Mikey says yes, with a mix of Aleve gels. So okay, so yeah, I mean, if that's working to get rid of your pain, and it sounds like that's exactly why your doctor decided to give you Subutex, because it sounds like just taking the 100, which is a low dose of Sublocade to start with, especially. Since you started on a low dose of Sublocade, it doesn't sound like that was taking care of your needs with pain, right? So your doctor was probably like, hey, I don't want you to suffer all day. Here's some Subutex or Suboxone. You can take those, because it's literally the same medication that is in Sublocade, right? It's just on a different schedule as far as like a half-life. You can fill you can feel the oral doses kick in when you need them to. Like if you wake up in the morning and you're having pain, you can take the Subutex or the Suboxone, and it will take away the pain in Mikey's situation because it's a partial opiate, right, guys? So that's why I know I keep seeing that you're asking people why your doctor gave you the Subutex while you're on Sublocade, and that's why, because he knows that you struggle with pain. And so rather than just have you suffering in pain all day, he's like, hey, let me help you out. You know, here's these Subutex if you need them. So that, yeah, he says, yep. So, I mean, yeah, Mikey, unless there's a plan to be able to fix the things that are causing your chronic pain, honestly, there's really not a need to worry about coming off of buprenorphine, right? That's kind of how I'm looking at it, dude. It's like, because if you come off this stuff altogether, what's going to be there to help your pain? Would you rather go back to the full opiates? I mean, that's an option for sure. But I mean, if you're already stable on Subutex or Sublocade or whatever is working for you to get rid of the pain, that might be best to stick with that until you get the pain stuff figured out. And I know it sounds like you have some pretty serious pain issues, my friend. So nobody wants you to suffer through pain all day. You know, if you have to stay on these medications, then you have to stay on them until your pain issues get figured out. And I know that sucks to, you know, it's like you're not taking the Suboxone or Subutex for addiction problems, right? You're taking it because they're helping you with your pain. So you're kind of in a different situation than people like me who don't have chronic pain. So you can take as many of those Subutex as you need to while you're on the Sublocade shot. They're not going to fight each other, right? Because they're both buprenorphine. Kai says, so are you going to, let's see, so my reading skills are a little bit off today, guys, so bear with me. Kai says, so are you going from 100 milligrams and just completely stopping, or are you going to go down to like 75 to 50 milligrams? Was that a question for me, Kai, or was that for Roberta? So I've already got my last Sublocade shot last Wednesday, so almost a week ago. I took my last shot of 75 milligrams. So the plan is to stop right here where I'm at. My last 2 shots were 75 milligrams. A lot of people are stopping. Some people are stopping at 300 milligrams, right? Because the medication will just slowly wean out of you. So are there good recovery subreddits? Honestly, Kimmy, I've never looked into that. I've just spent so much time here on this YouTube channel and speaking with people that I've never really, I've never looked into like AA and NA classes. I've never done any of those things, honestly. I'm sure there are anything that you could want on Reddit, I'm sure it's there. What is the subreddits you guys would like to join? The only Reddit thing I ever look at is Sublocade, honestly, at this point in my life. There's a million different Reddits that you could look into. I'm not very involved on Reddit. Just occasionally I'll see some stuff, and I've seen some comments that Mikey's made on there recently. I can tell it's Mikey because of the situation that he talks about. So Mikey says tons of lower back pain, tons of lumbar issues, facet disease, lumbar disease. Yeah, see, Mikey, you've got so many things going on, buddy, that I wouldn't be worried about coming off of bupe right now. If it's taking care of your pain, I mean, it's quality of life at this point, right? If you come off of Subutex or Suboxone and you're just suffering all day, that's not going to be a very good way to go, right? I would much rather be taking, if I was in your shoes, whatever I need to take to get through the damn day without crying because you're in pain all day. Savon says, hey, Kevin, is that why the shot doesn't give you that euphoria feeling? Because it doesn't have the naloxone? or that has nothing to do with it? That's a great question, Savon. Thanks for asking that. So the reason that the shot doesn't give you the euphoria feeling is because of the half-life. And what that means is how slow the medication releases into your body, right? When you take the oral dose of Suboxone, you get the full effect within an hour and a half, right? And then it just weans off throughout the rest of the day. But when you get the shot, it literally just gives you a slow amount 24/7, slow amount 24/7. So you're not getting the spike that you get when you do the oral dosing. Okay, it's all about the half-life of the medication. It lasts so much longer. It takes 60 days, Savon, after every shot you get for half of it to go away. So if you get 100 milligrams put in you today, in 60 days, you still have 50 milligrams left, right? So it just very slowly, constantly gives you, to keep you out of withdrawal, right? To keep you from having the highs and lows. That's why you don't get the euphoria once you switch to Sublocade. It doesn't really have anything to do with the naloxone. So when you're taking oral Suboxone with the naloxone in it, if you look up the science of the medication, the naloxone really doesn't even get into your blood when you take it orally under your tongue. What the naloxone is for in Suboxone is for people who abuse it and try to inject that. Don't ever do that, guys. Please don't ever do that. Some people have said that the naloxone does not block or does not kick you into precipitated withdrawal. The reason they put the naloxone is for somebody who injects their Suboxone. Don't ever do that. It's supposed to kick you into withdrawal. But some people have said that that doesn't happen, right? Very, very risky stuff. And I highly suggest anybody against using your Suboxone that way. Do not do it. That was a great question, though, Savon. Hopefully I answered that right. Hopefully I made you understand that. Whoop. Sorry, guys, I clicked off my screen here. So Kai says both. So he was asking Roberta and I. So Roberta did stop taking her dose at 100 milligrams. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. I think the stopping dose really isn't that important. Mikey, have you had an ESI? I had one in October for my lumbar disc issues, and it was amazing for pain. Did you hear what she asked you, Mikey, about having an ESI? Have you had that yet? Out of Fear Gang, awesome to see you up in here, my friend. Says, yo, do you do any meetings or recovery program? Just curious what's been working for you. Keep it up. Thanks for the question, my friend. Good to see you on here. No, I haven't done anything like that, honestly. I really haven't. My weekly meetings here on YouTube, I guess, is kind of what works for me. And yeah, I honestly, I've never went to any like AA meetings, guys. I've done all my YouTube stuff here, and this has kind of been what's working for me. And obviously my gym routine every day, right? But good to see you in here. Thanks for the question and checking in here. Hopefully things are going well for you, my friend. Plus C2, T1, last thing before we talk. Mikey, you sound like me with all the back pain. Sorry you're going through that, Sherry says. Sherry, I had seen a comment you put a while ago. That was really kind of you. Sherry, do I know you in real life? Have I met you before in real life? I think I might know who you are. Your picture looks really familiar. Mikey says 16 years, Sherry. 16 years since 2008. Oops, 2006. Mine's been the last 3 years. Yeah, guys, like the back pain stuff. I mean, dude, I've been having, even just the way I've been sleeping has really caused me some back issues. So I've been switching up my sleeping routines lately, and it's been helping. Sorry, Sherry, it's hell. Nope, I've had 3 RFAs through 36 epidurals. I need to check out ESI. She says, "Oh wow, okay, great. Yeah, do you have any other questions about Sublocade, Siobhan? Because I know that it's a pretty serious switch, and I know it kind of is a pain in the ass to get that set up to make that switch. So I want to make sure that any of you guys that have questions about Sublocade, that I'm able to hopefully help you guys understand them before you make that switch, right? Because obviously I know, it's you got to get the doctor to do the thing right, and then you got to get the specialty pharmacy to get you the medication, and you have to have them all three with your insurance, like working together. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get things started, but if you guys are ready to feel this stability that Sublocade can provide you and not have to think about dosing every day, then trust me, you will be happy you made the switch, especially after you get stabilized and after you break that oral hand to mouth every day situation. Then you will be doing a lot better if you're ready for it, guys. You got to be ready to feel normal though when you're making the switch to Sublocade, okay? And I've seen it time and time again of people that it's almost like I think some people think that the Sublocade is going to be like the exact same experience and feelings that you get from taking Suboxone every day, and then they find out really quickly that it's not. And that could be hard to wrap your mind around. How could the same substance be such a different experience? And it all goes down to the half-life, guys. 32-hour half-life with oral Suboxone, 60-day half-life, 60 days, guys. So it's literally a 60 times longer half-life once you switch to the shot. That's why you don't feel it. Epidural steroid injection, Kimmy says. I wonder if that's what they gave my girlfriend's dog, because like I said, that she's been having weird issues with her legs, like her back legs are not working right. She says, perfect, thank you. Just a quick side note, guys, we still have 14 people in here watching right now. We've got 12 thumbs up on the video. If you haven't yet, please smash that like button for your boy here so we can get some more people to the channel. If you know somebody that would enjoy this type of content, please share this video or one of my other videos with them if you think that could help them. I know a lot of people find peace in finding like-minded people. There's many people in your guys' personal life that have no idea about this side of you, right? And a lot of people don't understand why we are the way that we are. But you can find your person here on this channel. You can be here around like-minded people. Share your struggles, share what worked for you so that we can all help each other push forward to the next level, guys. My injection completely eliminated my lumbar pain and butt cheek pain, but still have the sciatic leg pain, which sucks. Is that still from the ACL that you were talking about earlier, Kimmy? Has the dog been checked for neuropathy? I'm not sure exactly everything because I wasn't there with her on her doctor's appointment because I had my own doctor's appointment. But basically, they gave her dog some steroids shots, and they said let's see what happens. And then if that doesn't work, heaven forbid, then we're going to have to look at other options, which is very scary sounding. I'm just concerned about my chronic pain. Okay. So what is the, are the oral doses that you're taking now, Sivan, are they taking away your chronic pain? Okay, Sherry. Okay, so Sherry says, Kevin, I don't think we've met. I live in Alabama. Okay, so you were never from Utah? Eric says, has anyone ever timed the withdrawal on Sublocade once you stop, or it depends on the doses? So there's really no way to time it like that, Eric. Some people say, it's been said that some people have tested positive for a bupe for up to like a year after their last shot, right? If I had to put a bet on when I would be out of buprenorphine from my shots, I would probably guess maybe 3 or 4 months from now. Just because how I've spaced the shots out, I've kept the shot doses lower, and my fast metabolism and my fitness routine, all this stuff, right? But no, there's really no way other than doing like a test, as far as like a P test, to tell if you're out of bupe or not, because they just slowly fade out of your stomach. And I think that part can be really key, you know, as far as, because like every time we start taking Suboxone or opiates, we know that withdrawal is right around the corner. And if we don't know when we're out of medication from our stomach shots, it's not going to be something we're sitting there waiting for and freaking out about, right? But honestly, this stuff is not good for me. I feel stuck all day. I'm crying all day. I'm up and down, and it's weird. My legs hurt, and my knee is swollen. Never hit. Feel it's from the Suboxone. Never hit. What's never hit, Sivan? This stuff is not good for me. I feel stuck all day. I'm crying all day. Feel the up and downs, I can relate to that. Party Hat says, I feel good off my first 300 milligram Sublocade shot I got today. Feels like 1 hour after taking Zubsolv, but constantly instead of gradually falling off. What dose of Zubsolv or Suboxone were you on, Party Hat? It's funny how hit and miss it is, as far as like some people will feel like the first day or two is like a really high dose on their Sublocade, and then other people are like, what the hell, I don't feel anything, right? And a lot of it comes down to the dose transition that you made. That's the biggest part of it, honestly, I think, is the transition doses. I would say to you, Party Hat, enjoy it while it's there. Hopefully you're enjoying that. And you'll be feeling normal and steady very soon, my friend. And just be ready to feel normal and steady. And when you do start to feel normal and steady, don't mistake that as that you're somehow in withdrawal because you're not feeling the spikes that you feel from the oral doses. So some people can feel overly medicated for the first few days, especially if they get the 300 milligram shot. I would just say, get rid of your oral doses if it's that strong. That way you're done from day one taking oral doses. That would be an awesome achievement, to be able to toss those out and not have to think about that anymore. Because once that steadiness comes, I call it the Sublocade void. Once you feel normal every day off Sublocade, you start to feel like something's missing, and then it's an adjustment period to feel normal like that, right, guys? Kimmy, so I felt like I wasted 14 years of my life with addiction, but the quote that helped me was this: I understood myself only after I destroyed myself, and only in the process of fixing myself did I learn who I really was. Kimmy always coming with the good quotes up in here. Yeah, sometimes I'll just sit there and think about like how many years I've literally just blown on my addiction. It's incredible how much time can just fly past us guys with this stuff. I was on 36 milligrams of Suboxone a day. Woo! I didn't think 300 would be enough. Joe Catania, where you at, dog? Where you at, Joe C? You hear that, Joe? He went from 36 milligrams of Suboxone a day, and he's feeling good off of his 300 milligram Sublocade shot. So, wow. Okay. So, yeah, hey, enjoy that, man. Well, you got it, but you'll be feeling normal soon. Trust me on that. You'll always get, not always, I should say, if there is a spike, it's going to be within the first 24 hours. So use that as the time to get rid of your oral doses while you're feeling good. And that way, when you feel normal, you're not going to be tempted to reach in to get that extra boost. Did you get rid of all your oral doses, Party Hat, or you still got a stash of them? Lumbar LEI does work, but you find the right doctor. He needs to find the right place for 6 weeks. It helps, but it comes back. Back my feelings about grinding bone to bone. Oh, goodness sakes. I wonder if, have you ever looked into PRP? I think that's what it's called, the PRP injections, Mikey. I don't know if anything like that could help you out. Because I know some people get like PRP shots in for their tennis elbow and stuff like that. I think they do it in their shoulder as well. I'm sorry, Mikey. I hope you find relief. Yeah, see, that's the last thing, man. Mikey, if I was you, I wouldn't be worried about getting off of Suboxone or Subutex if it's helping your pain, man. I would be worried about not suffering all day. That's exactly what I would be worried about. I think they might be a little bit, but yes, it also adds pain. So it's weird. I don't know what it's like to be off of this. Because I thought I remember you saying that when you lowered your dose, you were in more pain. Yeah, guys, I know it's tough to deal with the chronic pain stuff, and I know, like, I'm just trying to think that. Because let's just say this, Savannah, if you took Sublocade and let's say you got off and then you let the Sublocade wear out, what's going to be there to stop you from being in pain after that? I'm curious to what Dr. Starr said to you about your pain. Did you talk to him about your pain and also Sublocade in the same phone console? I know you can really only talk to him for a little bit, but. Right? Thanks for the shout. Haven't felt the need to take it yet because my doctor said if I feel like I need it, then I should. I felt out. I mean, I never actually hit my knee. It's like I feel like this stuff is making me stiff, especially in my legs. I think a lot of, I personally feel that Suboxone, Sublocade, buprenorphine, etc., can tend to dehydrate us, and that can contribute to making leg pains or shoulder pains, you know, or whatever type of pains, especially with joints and elbows and stuff like that. I think that it could tend to make those issues a little bit worse from being dehydrated. So I think it's very crucial that people that are on these medications make sure that they're drinking a lot of water every day to try to rehydrate their bodies, right? First dose of Suboxone I ever took, high as a kite, but I was coming from Norco and some Oxy. I remember you saying that on the video you did with Nicole. Yeah, and a lot of people could relate to that as well. I also could relate to that as well. That was a very similar situation to when I first took oral Suboxone as well. And then your body just kind of gets used to it, right? After a week or two or whatever it is. Haha, no, I haven't gotten rid of them yet. I probably have 140 to 150 tablets. Sometimes I skipped a dose or two a week. So yeah, you're gonna, I mean, if you switch to Sublocade, man, you really want to probably get rid of those soon. Soon, my friend, soon. Because I just had a conversation with somebody who they're now on 3 months of the 300 milligram shot, and they're still taking their oral dose because they have it. I can guarantee you it's not because they need it, it's because they have it. And there was a great, Carrie had mentioned an awesome comment. I'm going to read it real quick, guys. I'm going to read you guys this person. I don't want to put their name out here or whatever, but I'll just read the situation, okay? So hold on a sec. All right, so I'm going to read this person's situation, guys. I'm struggling with this. I don't know what's wrong with me. Plus, I'm getting myself into therapy because for me, I think most of it is mental. I'm down to half, though, plus the shot. I was taking a half twice a day, and she means half of a Suboxone twice a day. I feel though maybe I'm crazy. The shot doesn't work so well for me. I'm giving it another month or two and let's see. And I said, very interesting. Can you tell me what it is that you think isn't working for you with the shot? And she actually never responded to that question, by the way. I said, some people don't know that once you get on the shot, you won't feel it anymore since it's a 24/7 slow release versus having the highs and lows each day with oral dosing. I says, have you tried getting rid of the option of oral dosing and just let it work itself out? Question mark. I said, how many shots have you had and what doses were they? I said, wishing you the best. You can do it. Then she said, yeah, I'm going to keep at it. I just got my third 300 milligram shot. I feel a little better, to be honest, than I did my last shot. So maybe it's just taking longer for me. Thanks for the encouragement. I needed it. And then this is what Carrie said. I love the first part of this comment. Carrie said, if you have access to Suboxone, your brain will make you think you need it. And I'm saying that so you can hear that, Party Hat. Party Hat, you got 140 to 150 tablets sitting there. If you have access to Suboxone, your brain will make you think you need it. I want you to remember me saying that to you twice, okay? So in a week or two, when you're not feeling the feeling that you're feeling right now from the day one of Sublocade 300 milligrams, I don't want you to mistake the feeling of feeling normal as the feeling that you need to do this, right? So just keep that in mind, my friend. And I told her it reminds me of a video that I made called Suboxone Out of Sight, Out of Mind. And what I meant by that basically was I too kept taking oral doses on my first month of Sublocade because I had them, not because I needed them, not because I was in withdrawal, because I had them. The day that I got my second shot, I burned those babies up and haven't thought about them since. So keep that in mind, guys. And I hate to be so repetitive when I say these things, but look how many people we've had just today saying they just got their first shot of Sublocade. People need to know about this so they can know what to expect. So they're not like, what the heck? I didn't know that I was just going to feel normal on Sublocade. I told y'all 1,000 times up in here, baby. Savon says, do you suggest 300 milligrams or 100 milligram shot if I'm on 2 milligrams? So absolutely not the 300 milligram shot, Savon. That would be way too strong for you. Definitely the 100 milligram shot. Even that would still be a bit stronger than what you're taking now. Okay, so, and I think that could help you starting things off to be a little bit higher as far as like what you're feeling, right? So if I was on 2 milligrams, I would say I would want to start at 100 milligrams if that was me. Now remember, guys, I'm not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. I know some people don't agree, but finding a good chiropractor who doesn't just crack things saved my back. Anyone struggling in the beginning, just try it and stick it out. My first shot, the first few weeks, I felt off because I wasn't used to not having that strong spike right after the oral dosing. You'll get past. Yep. I would probably do 100 milligrams or even half of a 100 milligram shot because 2 milligrams is such a low dose of on. But I mean, I still go back like what I'm thinking about with Savon and her chronic pain issues is what's going to happen when Sublocade runs out, Savon. That's my main question at this point. You think you're having pain from Suboxone? Do you think that's the only thing that's causing you the pain? That's kind of a tricky situation with the pain stuff right there. Also, changing my diet to foods that aren't so inflammatory helped a lot. Inflammatory helped a lot. Mikey, I think he meant to say Mikey is worried about addiction even though you're going through chronic pain. Because even if you're in pain, addiction can be worse. Even though you're in pain, that's how it went for me. Quality of life is important. It's okay, we'll chat. It's changing a bit. Work out and eat healthy. Absolutely, guys. The eating healthy part and working out is critical for well-being and just getting like that blood flowing through your muscles and that stuff really helps out. It really does. I think a lot of it is if we don't have enough faith in ourselves, guys. Give yourself some credit. You can do anything you set your mind to. You're warriors. I barely eat and never go anywhere because I'm stuck at my house on this stuff. So once I feel normal, I'll actually be able to do more pain management. Eric, I'm 41. I was on Loratab when I passed from cancer. I was on Norco. I think I remember you telling us about your mom passing from cancer, Mikey. That sucks, man. And that too can create a lot of emotional pain, right? Losing a loved one from cancer, especially a mother. I mean, that can really create a lot of issues in our lives, a lot of pain. That's kind of how, let's see, it's kind of like how I was with Kratom. If I had the bag of powder right in front of me, I would be taking it every few hours. If I kept it under my sink, I would take it every 4 to 5 hours. Yep, if it's an option, man, you'll reach into it. You'll reach into that Suboxone box, I can promise you. And let me just tell you this, party hat, the first day that you do that, I want you to think of this conversation right here. I felt really guilty when I took Suboxone when I was on Sublocade because I knew I didn't really need it, right? It was more out of what would it feel like? not because I was suffering in withdrawal. Oh, okay, dehydration. Yeah, dehydration can really make things feel painful in our bodies. If you guys aren't drinking enough water and you're having issues with bones feeling like they're rubbing together, start with the basics, guys. Try drinking a lot of water every day and see if that makes a difference. I know this feeling isn't going to and shouldn't last. No, it won't. Absolutely not. As it's basically an opiate high that I'm feeling. So I'm aware of that, yes, and do be aware of that. That's a good thing to be aware of. I can't tell you how many comments I've seen. People say, I felt great the first 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then they felt like they didn't. It's like, you're not supposed to feel that way the whole time. That's like the boost you get at the start, right? Just like when people start their Suboxone, they get that big boost at first, or like the medication is feeling stronger than it's going to once they get used to it, right? And every hour on the hour when you're on Sublocade, your body is adjusting to that new dose, right? So your body will be adjusting quickly to that Sublocade dose. So if you get this euphoria the first day or two on Sublocade, guys, just try to enjoy it, I guess, if you can, and think about that as like your last your last hoorah. Because the normalcy is coming. You might get an extra boost once you get your next shot for like another day or two, right? Depending on what dose you get for your second shot. But I personally liked it to where I didn't feel that anymore once I got extra shots. Because I knew, it's like, I don't want to have to feel that anymore. I just want to feel normal. And when you start to feel normal, you start to want to keep feeling normal. The shot I got today was painful. I almost fainted from it. I felt my face get really hot when they were injecting it. Has that happened to you? So the biggest dose I ever got was 150 milligrams, and it just felt like a bee sting to me. It just felt like somebody pinched my skin really hard for like, I don't know, a minute or two, and then it was gone. And I didn't get any icing, any numbing injections. I just took that shit right as it came. I actually kind of, in a weird way, I kind of like the feeling, the pinching feeling. I don't know, like, it might sound kind of weird to think like I like the pain, but it's really not. Like, every shot you get after your first one, it gets easier and easier, guys, because you know what to expect. You know the worst case scenario, what it's going to feel like. You know that it goes away soon. For me, I was just more anxious than pain. The anxiety about, is this going to work? Is this going to feel too strong? Is this going to not be strong enough? And then as you get more Sublocade shots as the months goes on, you start to know what you're going to feel like. You know the pain that you're going to get. Sometimes it doesn't really hurt at all. But the lower your dose, the lower the pain's going to be. I find that the more belly fat you have, the less pain you'll likely experience. If you're worried about feeling the pinching feeling or bee sting feeling, I call it, if you're worried about that, you can put ice on it for 15 minutes before you get your shot, or ask your doctor to give you some pain, I think it's lidocaine shots or something like that. Some offices do that, some don't. I just said, go ahead and give me the shot. I don't care. Let's go. Let's get this baby over with. I would be more focused on the pain management part than the addiction part. Absolutely, I agree 100%. Yeah, if I was in Mikey's shoes, I would be more worried about figuring out how to live each day without pain than to worry about getting off of Suboxone just for getting off of Suboxone's sake. It's okay to be dependent on substances, but only if you need them. Perfect. I love that. Don't feel any shame in being that way. Absolutely. That's one of the best messages I've seen in this whole stream, is what Party Hat just said right there. For those of you who are struggling with chronic pain, I'm going to read this again. I would be more focused on the pain management part than the addiction part. It's okay to be dependent on substances, but only if you need them. Do not feel any shame in being that way. Great comment right there, my friend. Party Hat, sounds like you had a vaginal response. Some people have a very visceral response to pain. I don't know if I read that right. Gotta go. Love you guys. All right, Saban, we'll talk to you soon, girl. Hang in there. Thanks for checking in with us again. Carrie, good to see you. Carrie says, my doctor said that if you are at 4 milligrams or lower on subs, then 100 milligram shot would be sufficient. If you're at 5 milligrams or higher on subs, then the 300 milligram shot. Let's see, let me read those doses again. 100 milligrams or lower than 100. If you're at 5 milligrams or higher, then 300. I mean, yeah, that's a way to keep it simple. I would be, I would be more about, what about meeting somewhere in the middle, right? 150 milligram shot like my doctor did, or because most of the time your doctor will need to order the 300 milligram shot to start the stuff, because that's kind of how they want you to do it. But then he can just do this, right? And then give you whatever. But yeah, what Carrie's doctor said, that I could see how those doses would work, but I would like some more flexibility between the 100 and the 300 milligram shots, if they're able to. Not all doctors are going to be willing to do that, obviously. It's crazy how different all of our doctors are with this stuff. It's pretty cool to hear the different things that different doctors are saying. Oh, awesome! So Mikey says he does a gallon a day with lemon water, so he's already got the water situation under control. Matt S says, "Are you against using kratom to get off of Suboxone? I've tried jumping off of 0.5 milligram of subs many times over the years, and I can't seem to do it. Currently on day 6 of no subs, just kratom a few times a day." Do you want the truth, Matt? So many of you might have seen the video that I did about when I did exactly what Matt is doing. And in a way, I kind of am against using kratom to get off of Suboxone. I think it's a better idea to just keep tapering off of Suboxone rather than going from 0.5 milligram of Suboxone to the key part is what you said there at the end, right? I'm going to read the end part. He said, currently on day 6 of no subs, and here's the important part, just kratom a few times a day. So now you're having to give your addiction more time out of your day to plan these kratom doses 3, 4, 5 times a day, right? Versus just taking your Suboxone once or twice a day and moving on with it. So now you have to, due to the short half-life of kratom, right? And now, please don't let me, if things are going good and you want to keep going, it doesn't mean that this can't work for you. It just means that I don't think it's the best way to go about it. If it was me and I was in your shoes, Matt, I would have kept tapering Suboxone lower and then getting off when you're down below 0.25 milligram. Because when I tried taking low-dose kratom to get off of Suboxone, I did it for a month, and I got very frustrated after not being able to get off of the kratom, and also after going into withdrawal every night at about 4 a.m. due to kratom wearing off, due to the short half-life of kratom. Kratom only lasts 4, 5, 6 hours after you take each dose, right? Can you tell us how small of a dose of kratom you're taking? Hopefully you're at least measuring and keeping track of how many grams you're taking per day. And hopefully that's somewhere under 10 grams a day total. I mean, you could definitely try it, man, but I didn't have very good luck with it after a full month of fumbling around with it and trying to taper off the kratom. It just was not working. So, but if it's working for you and you feel good about it, then do that, man. But I just hate to see you give up Suboxone, where you could take it once or twice a day, and then have to go to kratom and take it 4, 5 times a day. Not because I think that kratom in low dose is worse for you as far as like drug for drug. It more comes down to how much time you have to give your addiction each day. And that's the awesome thing about Sublocade, guys, is you don't have to give your addiction any time. It's already dosed for you. It's dosing you automatically. So you can go 8 weeks between shots. You don't even have to think about this crap. But hopefully, I hope the best for you, Matt. Hopefully that works out for you, my friend. But if I was in your shoes, I would have just stuck with Suboxone and kept tapering. Matt, some people need to go much lower than 0.5 to get off. Have you tried cutting up your Suboxone strip in tiny pieces and slowly going down? I'm talking like 5 to 10 pieces and cutting down a single piece every week. Yeah, see, these guys are saying the same thing basically that I'm saying. You need to go lower on the Suboxone dose. I mean, you could always try jumping off of Suboxone at 0.5 milligram, right? How did that work out for you? If it doesn't work out for you, then come back on at 0.25 milligram or something lower than 0.5 milligram, right? Mikey says, ginger, another anti-inflammatory. Hold on 2 seconds, guys. Oh. 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 Sorry, my girlfriend just sent me a video of her dog walking with her legs, and she's just fumbling all over her back legs, guys. It's really hard to watch that. Let's see. Party Hat says, yes, 300 milligrams for 2 months, then switch to 100 milligrams. I'm going to tell him that I really don't want to get off because I benefit from it so well. I'm hoping he's agreeable to it. I mean, that's money in your doctor's pocket every month, right? Why wouldn't they keep you going on the shot? That's something I probably would have a conversation with him sooner than later, my friend. Because my doctor was kind of all about six shots and we're done type of thing. I'm sure if I pressed him, he would keep going because obviously it's money in their pocket, right? Why wouldn't they do that? But I think my doctor knew from the start that the whole goal was for me to get off of bupe, right? And not everybody has the same goal or same desires or wants. And that's okay. If you can, maybe after you get stable on Sublocade, you might be able to start going in every other month for a shot. Cool. Learned something new today. Thanks for that bit of information. Oh yeah, Kemi was informing. The longer the needle stayed in my skin, the longer they pushed the liquid in, the hotter my face got and the more painful it got. So that makes complete sense. Damn, how long did they have the needle in you, man? My doctor tries to get it going pretty quick. Chronic pain and the emotional pain from addiction was equal for me. I couldn't live with myself. So what are you doing for the chronic pain now, Eric, that you're not having pain medication? Yeah, it's just a drop in blood pressure and heart rate due to external factors. When I got my first Sublocade shot, guys, my entire body broke out in sweat because I was so scared. Have you guys seen the video that I've actually recorded my first shot? And I literally was, I could feel my stomach was instantly coated in sweat because I was so nervous. I had no idea what to expect. So for me, it was more about the nerves and the anxiety about it than it was the pain of the shot. Even my doctor knows. He's like, I was like, dude, I just broke out in a full sweat. He's like, yeah, I could tell you were sweating there. And I just took a shower before I even went in too. I've been going to the gym with tons of sauna and swimming. It helps the pain. It's called X Support here in Illinois' 24/7 gym. Kevin, do you know how often the medicine comes out of the shot? Is it a certain amount milligrams per day or hour? How does it work exactly? So it's just literally just slowly giving you a tiny bit around the clock, basically, Carrie. There's really no way to know the exact milligrams per day you're getting. And then also, even if there was a way to do that, it wouldn't be the same dose as far as the oral Suboxone because of the bioavailability difference. So I know a lot of people seem to think that, okay, all you have to do is take the 300 milligram shot and divide it by 30 days, and you get 10 milligrams a day. And that's not how it works at all, guys. Not even close. It's almost impossible to calculate the doses because of the half-life difference and because of the bioavailability difference. They're both very different. For as similar as oral Suboxone and the Sublocade shot are as far as the actual medication that they are, the differences of the half-life and the bioavailability make them such a different experience. Yeah, man, the 100 milligram is nothing compared to the 300 milligram. It's much less liquid and not even close to as thick in consistency as the 300 milligrams. So that's actually a little bit incorrect, Kai. It's literally the same exact medication. It's just in a smaller dose. So literally your doctor can turn your 300 milligram shot into a 100 milligram shot by squirting 2/3 of it out. It's literally the same medication, just a smaller dose. What's wrong with your girlfriend's dog? I thought your dog wasn't feeling good. Is your doggy better now? So let me show you guys a sad video of my girlfriend's dog trying to walk. For you puppy people, you might not want to watch this if you get sad pretty easy like I do. So her back legs, they're not like working normally, guys. Check this video out. Really sad stuff. You guys see that? How she's just fumbling over her back legs? That's really hard to watch that, guys. My dog's doing better now. We're thinking that she just got a hold of something, maybe on one of our walks or somehow something in the house. It seemed like she was, so I showed the doctor the video of Izzy breathing, like she was like, really weird breathing. He said that she was really sick, like she was ready to puke at that point. So they took my dog's blood and everything seems normal in her blood. It wasn't like any evidence of any recent issues in her blood. So now she's better and she's good, hopefully. And she's also cleared to get her dental procedure done. So her teeth have some pretty bad plaque on the back teeth. So we're going to get her teeth all fixed up. But my girlfriend's dog is not doing so well with her back legs. Like they think that she might have got some kind of spine injury or something. So they gave her a steroid shot, and we're trying to see if she gets better. If not, then she might have to have some pretty serious surgery. So, and she just had both her legs repaired like 3 months ago. Matt says, I appreciate the response. I'm taking 3 capsules 3 times a day. Not sure what that weighs in grams. I was hoping I could get through the hardest part of the sub withdrawal, then taper off the kratom. Yeah, that was what I had hoped as well, Matt. It sounds like it depends on what capsules you have. If you have the huge capsules that are really thick, those are 1 gram usually. If you're taking the normal size kratom capsules, those are usually like 0.6 to 0.7 grams each. So depending on what ones you have, you're probably taking. So it's good that you're taking only 3 capsules 3 times a day. So that's good that you're keeping track of how many capsules you're taking. You're not just scooping kratom in your mouth all day. So that's good, at least that you're being calculated with it. If I had to guess, you're probably taking somewhere around 5 to 9 grams a day, depending on the thickness of the capsules that you're taking. So that's good that you're at least not going off the deep end with the kratom. Just keep an eye on it and let us know how that works out for you, buddy. I found it really hard to get lower on the kratom dose without going into withdrawal. But the kratom, the doses that you're taking, they will keep the kratom or the Suboxone withdrawal at bay. They will do that. It's funny. I actually think I jumped off the same dose, and I was taking the same dose. I'm not sure if you've seen the videos that I made when I did try to do what you were doing. I think I have a couple of videos on the channel about taking kratom to get off of Suboxone. It's released constantly throughout your body, and it has a long half-life, so it builds up and stays constant and very, very slowly decreases in concentration as the little blob slowly reduces in size. Hope it's true. Laugh out loud. I've also heard that warming the liquid up helps a lot. Yeah, so that does help too. It will help with burning, guys, because your doctor just gets it right out of the fridge right when you get there and puts it right in. If it's still really cold like that, that can contribute to the burning. They're supposed to let the medication warm up to room temperature. I don't know who really has the time to sit there and wait for that to happen. But you could have your doctor or yourself hold the shot in your hand, and that would help warm it up a bit before you have them put it in you. That will help a little bit with the burning as well, because you're putting a really cold, thick substance in your hot body, right, guys? So that can contribute to the burning as well. If it was closer to your body's temperature, then it's not going to be such a shock to your body when they're putting the shot in. Aw, poor pup. Yeah, man, that's really sucky to see that. She's such a sweet, good little dog too. Oh my God, Kevin, that's heartbreaking. I hope they can figure out your girlfriend's dog. I know, like, she was literally just bawling like 2 days straight about it. And I don't blame her for that at all, you know. In a way, I kind of feel guilty because Izzy's okay, right? Well, either way, whatever is true, in my experience, the 100 milligram shot is about the quarter of the pain the 300 milligram was. Enough for me to do. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Kai. So to be 100% precise, Kai, the 100 milligrams should have been a third amount of the pain, because it's a third of amount of the size of injection. It's a third of the amount the size of the 300 milligram injection. That's why it hurt much less, because it's much less of the medication going in you. Enough for me to never do a 300 again. It's funny because some people I hear take the 300 milligram shot every month and they don't even talk about the pain. That video was heartbreaking. I hope her dog gets better. Yeah, I hope so too, guys. Yeah, really, seriously, like. Thanks, brother. Just found your page today. Been trying to get off of subs for the last 5 years, and I tried skipping days, tapering, everything. Yeah, just if you go, let's see, if you do a search on YouTube, you can search kratom to get off of Suboxone, and then type Kicking Addiction, and you'll see the video. I know there was at least 1 or 2 videos that I made around that time, and you can kind of search by the date. And I showed exactly, I talked about the dose of Suboxone that I was on and how many kratom tablets I was allowing myself every day. And I think that it was pretty similar to where you're at with your stuff, Matt. And then I think I made a video updating as to why I got back on Suboxone and the kratom, getting off of the kratom after getting off of the Suboxone. And I explained why that didn't work for me. But it might work for you, you know. All you can do is try it, baby. Suboxone will always be there waiting for you if it doesn't work out. I could think of and never could stick with it. Gently roll the syringe back and forth in your hand. That's what I do before I give injections. Like you're warming your hands together, but with the syringe in between. So like this, slowly. Adidas says, what's up? Let's see. What's up, brother? Love your channel and how open and informative you are with Suboxone and Sublocade. Awesome. Thank you for the comment, my friend. In my experience, Kratom is hell. Yeah, a lot of people do go off the deep end with Kratom, so it's a must that you are calculated and measuring your Kratom doses if you are taking Kratom. Everyone, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for the video. Yeah, we've only got 16 likes on this video, guys. Can we at least get that to 20? I've been on here for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Can we get some likes on this baby? Thanks to all and Kev. I will look at the ESI now in Google. I hope you stream Wednesday. You all have a great night. All right, Mikey. Thanks for the awesome sponsorships of the video, Mikey. And yeah, I'll watch for you on Wednesday, brother. Shout out to, I believe that was Kimmy that was telling him about the ESI. There we go, guys. We got 18 likes. We got two more. We got 2 more likes up in us. Anybody have any other comments or questions, concerns, any other questions about anything? We'll probably kind of wrap this baby up here in the next little bit. Thank you guys for smashing that like button. Looks like we got to 20 on here, which is not too shabby for an unplanned Monday live stream. You guys know we always do Wednesdays, so set your alarm clock. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Some people have told me that they're getting unsubscribed from the channel for whatever reason. So just remember that we're here every Wednesday, 3 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. What would that be? 2 o'clock for you Cali folk? So we have a lot of people that they're aware of the time that we're on every Wednesday. We're usually on Wednesdays for at least 2 hours. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, if you guys like to talk about your situation with Kratom or Suboxone, Sublocade, opiate addiction recovery, anything like that, this is the right place for you. Yeah, I've got to get going too. I want a bath. All right, Kimmy, thank you for the awesome sponsorship of today's show. Shout out to you, Kimmy, for coming through on the super chat lately. I really appreciate that, and for you being so consistent with the comments as well. So we're going to have you on the channel soon, Kimmy, to share what your journey was like coming off of Suboxone as well. Okay, so we'll see you probably maybe Wednesday if you're able to, Kimmy. Shout out to you, bro. Have a good night. I can't remember his name, the guy that is severely addicted to Suboxone. So that's Joe C. He takes a lot of milligrams a day. He had a YouTube channel. Does he still have one? Yes, it's Joe Catania. If you just type in Joe Suboxone, it should pull his channel right up. He still does make videos from time to time as well. What's your question? Do you have a question about Joe or something, Carrie, or any comment on Joe? Brandon Parrish, what's up, man? Good to see you, Brandon. That's not the same. We've got a few different Brandons on the channel, so what's up, Brandon? This is my 4th day on Sublocade, and I'm starting to finally level out. Awesome. So we've had some people in here today that had mentioned that they just got on their first day of Sublocade, 300 milligrams, and they're really feeling it kick in, right? So as I had explained to them earlier in the video, that I just said that's not going to be like that forever. So just beware and don't let yourself freak out once you come down to the normal, or the I like to call it the Sublocade void, right? Because once you're on Sublocade and you're stable, after the first week or so, you just feel normal all day and all night. You don't have the highs, you don't have the lows. So I'm in Utah. I'm on Mountain Time, and that's 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. So if you're in Central, it's 4 p.m. If you're in Eastern, it's 5 p.m. California time is 2 p.m. on Wednesdays. Same time, same place, baby. I've been having trouble getting off of Suboxone. I paid for myself down to just a quarter a day. I can't seem to get over the 4-day mark. I always want to relax, but I start doing good. What? I don't really understand your question. I think your message is a little jumbled, Brandon. Can you try to clean that up a little bit? I'm a little confused with what you're saying there. You paid for yourself down to a quarter of a milligram a day? I'm just trying to guess at what you're saying there. Oh, he's doing voice to talk. That's all good. I figured there was something going on. Some people are from out of the country, so some people have, like, there's a language barrier, so I didn't know if that was what was going on. Can't seem to get over the 4-day mark. So what, you're going without Suboxone for 4 days and then you just can't take it anymore? Is that what's going on? I always want to relax, but I start doing good. Yeah, I think your voice text is messing you up there on that one. Oh, so you're taking 2 milligrams a day. So you've tapered down to 2 milligrams a day? I mean, somebody like that that's just stuck around the 2 milligram mark, that's like the perfect candidate for Sublocade, honestly. 100 milligram Sublocade shots where you would want to start. Or keep trying to work on the taper. You need to taper down to much less than 2 milligrams before you can jump off of Suboxone. Most people need to be down to at least a quarter of 1 milligram per day before you could jump off. Guys, you guys want to throw out any final comments or questions? We'll probably wrap this up in the next 2 or 3 minutes, okay? I'll try to touch on every comment if you guys want to throw something out there real quick. Been on here for almost 2.5 hours. Okay, so Brandon gave it another shot here. He says, I always relapse after a few days of being sober. Are there any tips you can give me to help me stay clean? I'm big in the gym as well. I'm trying to hide it from my girlfriend. It's not easy. It's not an easy, I think he meant to say task. You always relapse on what? You always relapse on harder drugs, or you mean you just go back to Suboxone? Yeah, Brandon, I would definitely not try jumping off of Suboxone at 2 milligrams. That's going to be too hard for about 95, 98% of people won't be able to do that. It's too high of a jump. So you would need to taper down to lower doses. Or consider getting the Sublocade shot like I did and just letting the Sublocade shot do the work for you. If Sublocade is an option for you. Adita says, I'm in Pittsburgh, so it would be 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Yep, that's right, my friend. I'm not good with time zones. Let me just make sure I didn't tell you wrong. Hey, Siri, what time is it in Pittsburgh right now?
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's 9:19.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so that was right. I didn't realize it was so late. It's 9 over there right now. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize it was 7 here because we usually do the live streams earlier. So yeah, it'll be 5 p.m. your time, buddy. Set your alarm so you don't miss it, because a lot of people, they'll forget or go about their I like to, if there's something I want to make sure I don't miss out, I'll put a little alarm clock on my phone. Gary, are you talking about Joe Canton's channel? No, it's Canton. It's Cataneo, guys. Cataneo. Joe Cataneo. If you guys want to go check out my boy Joe's channel, just type in Joe Suboxone, it'll pull it right up. He's got like 300 subscribers. He struggles with taking high doses of Suboxone and a lot of self-guilt, stuff like that. Okay, shout out to Joe. He's my boy. Hopefully hopefully he's doing all right with his stuff. Cool. See you Wednesday. All right, man. Sounds good, Adidas. Yes, that's him. I will find his channel again. Yeah, I could probably post you guys a link in here real quick. Let's see. Let me post a link for you guys real quick. Hold up. Because it sounds like a couple people want to check out Joe's channel. So going to YouTube. Oh, there's me, Kicking Addiction Live, baby. Joe Suboxone. I bet it'll pull right up. Yep, there he is, Joe Cataneo. Yeah, guys, just go on YouTube, type in Joe Suboxone, and look for Joe Cataneo, Cataneo. Dang, I was right. And there it is. Now, I know why I'm always late to the Wednesday live stream. I didn't realize it was 5 p.m. for me. Ah, that's it, Carrie. I gotcha. Yeah, the time zone stuff can really throw things off because I usually say 3 p.m. So the time zone stuff can really throw things off for sure. That's exactly why you come in late. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off here at 2 hours and 22 minutes. Make sure I didn't miss on any comments. Okay, so Brandon says he relapses on subs. So at least you're not relapsing on fentanyl and dying, right? So that's good. Simply, Brandon, it's either keep tapering Suboxone lower till you're 1/4 milligram or less. So if you're at 2 milligrams, you still probably got another good 6 months of tapering to go, buddy, to be honest with you. Tapering down to 2 milligrams of Suboxone is basically like level 1 of Suboxone tapering. And the second level of tapering Suboxone is tapering from 2 milligrams to 0. That's when it really starts to get hard, okay? So if that's you and you're tapering and you're at 2 milligrams of Suboxone and you don't want to continue having to taper for another 6-12 months, then you can consider getting on a lower dose of Sublocade. It's a once-a-month injection in your stomach. Or you can continue tapering Suboxone, give yourself another 6 to 12 months, get down to 1/4 milligram a day or less, and then try jumping off of Suboxone, okay? 2 milligrams is too strong of a dose to jump from. And that's why you're making it 4 days and it's just too unbearable for you because it's too high of a dose. Okay, hopefully that helps you, Brandon. If you want to talk more about this, my man, we'll see you on Wednesday. I'll be here in less than 2 days from now. And we'll have this similar discussion then, guys. Okay, please hit that like button if you enjoyed this stream. Shout out to the contributors to the show of today. I really appreciate, we had Kingdom Within with 2 $10 super chats. And we also had Kimmy hooking it up as well with a $20 super chat, right? Plus the sponsors of last week's show. I will make sure that I thank you guys all on the Wednesday live stream as well for anybody who has contributed to the live stream, baby. And don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you guys want to keep following my journey. I did take my last Sublocade shot last Wednesday, so we'll see how it goes for me getting off. All right, bye, guys. See you next 2 days from now, less than 2 days. Bye.